Hi Jacob, congratulations for 4-0 victory.
I wish it was so, but we won 3-1.
Oh.
Yes, I understand why you're surprised. I was surprised. Actually, there was a little bit of a debate when we had to sign the final score. And what happened was we were winning on all boards. So let's take the last one first. Humpy was close to winning or winning. I played a nice game, and she blundered, overlooking a rook d7 tactic. So if she loses a rook or the queen, or she's checkmated in the bottom rank. It's one of those cases where you're thinking in, like, how do I convert the pawn? How do I break down the fortress? And you miss the counterplay. And she was obviously very unhappy. Okay, it's the nature of chess. You have to be accurate when you have to convert your advances, and you have to look out for the counterplay. And you know, this is what rust looks like. Some things that she wouldn't have done in the past can happen now, but as she plays more tournaments, this won't be a problem. Yeah. So let's just go to board 2 then. Heike played very aggressive, a very dynamic game in the perk defense, and I thought she had a nice position all along, and then as they were both getting low on time, she won a piece, and her opponent had clearly missed knight e2 check. And, it was maybe a bit simple, but sometimes we're allowed to be lucky, especially if we're unlucky at the same time on another board. Tanya came back after having lost 2 games. I had strong consideration of resting her today because I wouldn't want her to lose 3 games in a row, but on the other hand, it was a chance to play wide. So we decided she would play, and she played a really nice game. And it's very nice to see how she exchanged the right pieces, and the pressure down the c-file was decisive. The rook came in and decided the game. And especially this about the exchanges, because in some other games we maybe didn't exchange the right pieces. And game 4 is sort of like the duel. Batumi, she decided to play the Sveshnikov, which is not really her main way of playing. She got a very dynamic game, which doesn't always happen in Sveshnikov. Sometimes you get an equal position where white claims to be better, but it's nothing. But here we said we have this dynamic game, and her opponent didn't really know it very well. She took some risks, leaving the king in the center, which I would not have done. And then Batumi found a series of really, really nice moves. I really like rook a7, including the last piece of the attack. Then it looked like there was all kind of combinations, like she could play knight, where was it? Knight c4 sacrificing the queen. Queen f6, knight d2, no, sorry, knight c4, queen f6, rook e1, knight d2, king g1, rook e1, king h2, knight f1, king g1, knight e3, king h2, knight g4, king g3, knight f6, and then black wins, so white has to play king f4, otherwise the d-pawn just queens, and then white has rook e2. But I think that position after the knight c4, I think black could play something like rook d3, and the combination just wasn't anything. And she thought that I tried to find the combination there. I was sitting next to her, and I tried to find the win. And in the end I saw, well, okay, back to basics. Where are the weaknesses? There's an unprotected pawn on a2. So queen e6, threatening a lot of stuff, and then coming queen a2. It was a really nice move. So she was allowed to take an a2 and a b2. And then again, it was clearly a critical moment. The pieces were ready, all of them very actively. And she found this very nice combination with knight f3. And then queen d6, because if rook e3, black cannot play rook e3 again, queen f8 is made. But she has this knight h2 check, king g2 and knight g4. And you know, just having lured the queen away to d6 means that now knight g4 comes with tempo, everything hand, and white couldn't do nothing but resign. So that was a great game, and Of course, here I'm all about India, and I want India to do well, men's, women's team, and so on. This is my first priority. You also have to remember I'm an individual trainer, and my student Sam Shanklin played a fabulous game with black for the US, and I'm really pleased to see that as well. I hope it doesn't sound too unpatriotic, but that's the truth.
This is your first assignment with one a team for something?
It's my first time I'm with the Indian team. I have been captain of Scotland in 2005 and Denmark in 2015.
Jacob,
But both time men.
you are working with the
Open
team last few months very hard. So how was your experience with Indian team till now?
Well, the thing is, if things have gone well, we could say, look, all the work we did. There's a lot of problems. I've said this before. I think I should have been to the Asian Games, or maybe Swapna should have been the main coach here. Both would have worked fine. I think the experience from being with them to another team tournament before this would have helped a lot. And some of the problems we encountered here, which I don't want to discuss. I think they're private for the players. Some of the problems we encountered, that's something we will have to find a way of work around. Always when a lot of people work together, there will be misunderstandings, there will be disagreements, and things like this. But I don't want to fault the players anything. I think working together as a team is difficult. We didn't get the most out of it this time, but for example, let's say some players here were not really in form. If we had been playing with Somya instead of maybe one of the other players, maybe we would have done really well. But in April, when the team was selected, there was like a few rating points difference between the three bottom players, and they were selected then. And then we couldn't see who was actually doing well over the summer and so on. And I think that was probably a mistake. Basically, I'm hoping to have a chance to sit down with Balseng, who has done everything. We have failed him; he has not failed us, if anything. And sit with him and talk about how we do things better in the future. If it will be with me or another captain, I don't know. I'm willing, but I don't take it for granted. But we've tried very hard, we've learned a lot, and what is most important is that none of these lessons are forgotten when we come around to the next team events. And at the moment it seems like it will not be the world teams, if I understand the rules correctly. But okay, what else?
Okay, last round tomorrow, definitely India is going to try for win, definitely. But do you see any chances for medal, or it's finished?
Well, we have a medal chance on both three.
On both three?
Individual medal.
Okay.
So,
okay, so we will try for that.
yes.
Okay. Thank you for talking.
You're welcome.